So it's been 3 weeks since my job was eliminated. It's been 6 months since I had a spontaneous reactivation of my spiritual, intuitive, and healing gifts. It's been about 2 years since I sat in my first Sacred Feminine ceremony in person here, and about 3 years since I went through my dark night of the soul. And I want to show you what I have been up to, because my life is drastically different. And this is how quickly things can shift, even though the day-to-day can feel like things are taking a really long time. But I have been up to a lot. But this video is just going to be kind of vlog style, just showing everything that I have been up to since the beginning of the year. I'm heading to host my first ceremony, my first Sacred Feminine ceremony. The first ceremony that I hosted was called Reverence, and I had my good childhood friend sign up and her sister, but at the end of the night, her sister actually couldn't make it. So I had one person, which was my friend, that attended my first ceremony. And then you see me here setting up for my second ceremony, where I had 4 women sign up for this one. And this is a cute little studio space that I rent out of. It's in a town that's about 15 minutes from the house that we're renting. And this one was all about invoking the rage in a woman and processing that rage and being able to just let yourself fully feel your anger without the shame and the guilt that women normally feel when they are expressing those emotions. And these are just close-up shots of the altars that I set up. I set up altars for every single in-person Sacred Feminine ceremony event that I have been hosting in person. And then a few months later, I actually got the privilege to host Sacred Feminine ceremony with one of my good friends, Viviana, who's a fellow Latina. And I can't recall what the theme of this ceremony was. I know that it was specifically tied to the new moon that was happening during that time. And what you will see here is we are praying into the space. I am setting up the energetic weaving of the space. I am able to feel energy and see energy, and so you see me manipulating the space and creating the frequency that we want women to feel, that we wanted women to feel as soon as they walked into the space. This is one of the gifts that got reactivated when I went to my trip to Colombia, is this ability to move energy with my hands. And then we're just in this scene giving you a tour of the space. We actually borrowed her husband's tax office to do the ceremony in, which was super cool. Transitioned from hosting groups to one-on-one as well. I have been mentoring women one-on-one inside of my program, Chosen When Becoming Her Is Your Birthright. So here I am setting up that cute little studio space for one of my one-on-one chosen clients, When Becoming Her Is Your Birthright. And so in this program, women will come to me and they have a private all-day ceremonial day where I take them through meeting the version of themselves that they're stepping into. And so this is the altar that I created for one of those beautiful clients who was going to start her journey with me over the course of 7 months. And so you come in, you feel into her, and then we spend the next 7 months having ceremony virtually once a month. Energy work gets done the second week, and then the third week we talk about the practical things that need to happen, that need to shift in the way you're thinking, in the way you're feeling, in the way you're moving in your life, to actually bring that version of you to fruition, to actually become her in your life, be her in your life. We do candle magic during these ceremonies. This is another one of my one-on-one clients, and I've also been traveling to do these ceremonies as well. All right, so I just got to North Carolina like an hour and a half ago. I am in the rental car. I had to stop at a Starbucks to get some work stuff done, and now I'm heading to a Botanica to grab all the things that I need for the ceremonial day that I'm doing here with my client. So I flew from Rhode Island down to North Carolina to initiate one of my one-on-one clients into her priestess path and her becoming path. So we're heading to the Botanica. I decided to buy the candles and things here because I want to leave them with her as well, so that she can use them throughout our 6 months together, because they're going to be infused with the energy of everything that we do in our ceremonial day tomorrow. I just arrived at the Airbnb house. Prior to getting here, I stopped at Trader Joe's to grab flowers, to grab stuff that I'm going to do for our lunch. And I also stopped at the Dollar Tree because I needed some red taper candles and then some red tea light candles, which they didn't have. I ended up grabbing the LED ones, which is going to work just fine. And so I'm here. I'm going to get out of the car, go inside, and relax for a little bit before I start setting up for tomorrow. Okay, this is the Airbnb space. I'm thinking that I'm gonna set up all the ceremony stuff here. I will probably move these chairs out of the way. This is bedroom number 1. Cute, cute. Oh my gosh, I want one of these for my house. Okay, cute, cute. All right, this is the kitchen space. So we'll have and they have little snacks. Oh, how lovely. So we'll have a really cute lunch here. This is bedroom number 2, which looks like it's the master bedroom. So this is where I will probably sleep. She is not spending the night, though she could if she wanted to. Cute little bench. And we have the washer dryer, and also this cute bathroom. Like, I wish there was a tub, but I'll, deal not having the tub. Oh, I wonder if these are, no, I thought they were candle holders. They're not, they're just decorations. And then let's see what's in here. Oh, okay, this is just another way to get into the bedroom. Okay, lovely. Let's go now check out the backyard, I believe. And how cute. So this is the backyard. So we could have lunch here outside if we wanted. Wow, that is a big spider web. Do you see that? With the huge spider. Okay, we will not be having lunch there. But then this is the yard, fire pit over there. If we wanted to use it, which I don't think I'm gonna use it for this round, or for the ceremony that I'm planning on doing, but we are gonna do some, like a baño out here for her. Oh my gosh, there's so many so many dragonflies. Okay, well, this is it. So I set up the space for her arrival so far. And as you can see right here, I have a couch in front of the door because I don't play about my safety, okay? But this is what the space is gonna look like. I can't wait until all the candles are lit. We have 2 altars, one there, one here, well, technically 3, and then this one on the table. I'm gonna move these 2 chairs to be across there so that I have the floor space here to do like healing work on her, and we'll be next to the altar. I'm a folk medicine curandera practitioner, so we were making spiritual baths as part of her ceremonial day. So this is her making that bath with my guidance. And I am a initiated mirror for, or what is called a scent priestess from the temple of Dendera in Egypt. And so this is my client after I did a full body anointing on her, energy healing, frequency attunement. She fell asleep. She was so relaxed. So if you are a woman who has a desire to become a particular woman, whether you want to be the kind of woman who can go in and ask for a raise, whether you want to be the kind of woman who doesn't yell at her kids, whether you want to be the type of woman who is consistently going to the gym, whether you want to be the type of woman who can land any job it is that she wants, whether you want to be the type of woman who can be completely in her feminine energy when she is in a relationship, whether you want to be the type of woman who stops beating herself up, whatever it is that you want to be able to say, this is who I am, that is who I help women to become. And we do this through shadow work, we do it through sacred feminine practices, we do it through candle magic and energy work. We do it through changing your self-concept and your self-identity. We do it through all of the practices that we should have been taught by our mothers. And we would have had they been taught. Because we are naturally creators as women. Anything that you want, you can be it when you are taught how. So if you're interested in working with me one-on-one in that capacity, it's a 7-month-long container journey. All you have to do is click the link in my description box to book a consultation call with me. We will talk about what it's like to work with me and if I can actually help you. I, of course, spent a lot of time this year doing inner work, doing my own spiritual healing, my own energy work, my own practices. I took myself through an entire reinvention process. And what you see here is me in that studio that I rent out, taking myself through one of the ceremonial days that I take the women that I work with through. And so I am journaling after having pulling tarot cards, after having done energy work on myself, a full body anointing, meditating, really sitting with my shadows, really sitting with the next version of myself. This has been, I think for most people, because 2025 was the year of the snake, a lot of shedding happened this year, a lot of healing, a lot of ending of cycles. And I walk my talk. I took myself through every single thing that I teach women, that I walk women through, doing, like I said, my own healing work, energy work, my own candle rituals and candle magic. This is a cord cutting that I was doing around some energy binding that I had between my husband and I was cutting that shit with the cord cutting ritual. So that's what you see happening here. And some more energy practices, some more cord cutting. I believe this one was around releasing old identities and opening up abundance, prosperity, and opportunities. That's how you see cinnamon in this candle ritual happening here. I believe I burnt the floor with this one. Going to the beach a lot, connecting with Yemaya, connecting with my ancestors, like huge ancestral awakening happened in Colombia, and I made sure to bring that back with me here. And this is just me in my Christmas pajamas. It was nowhere near Christmas. It was like in the middle of summer when I was wearing these pajamas. But I've been getting up with the sun and going to the beach, doing candle magic at the beach. This was a ritual that I did for Yemaya, an offering that I did for her at the ocean, at the water, just being so grateful and thankful for everything that she's been giving to me. And I've been hitting the gym because one of the things that my ancestors told me is that there's huge amounts of women coming my way, and I need my body to be in tip-top shape because of all of the energy work that I'm going to be doing for them. So, of course, I am a sensual priestess. So I've been doing my sensual practices in the mirror work, journaling, candle magic, just everything that you can think of that is witchy and sacred and feminine. I have been spending so much time since 2022 doing that work. This is me in the middle of an anointing practice. I always have my incense going. I get this loose incense from this beautiful shop here called The Veiled Crow. They have the best smelling incense. This is just me doing my practices, doing my work. And this is when I went to Colombia. This was the arrival. As y'all know, if you've watched any of my recent videos, I had a major reactivation of my curanderismo, hands-on healing, folk magic healing ability here in Colombia. And as you can see, this is where it all went down. I had this beautiful villa that I was sharing with my friend Jessica that was right off of the water. This is the place where I had that dream with Yemaya bringing the turtle, where the bird hit the window. Like crazy, crazy shit happened. When I was here, a past life regression to a slave ship, like so much. You guys have to watch that video where I talk about my healing gifts. And then this is just me chilling at the beach. That's my roomie Jessica for the retreat in Colombia. And this is us just doing energy work. We're doing emotional freedom technique to reggaeton. I jumped off of a cliff, y'all. Like, huge deal because I cannot swim. And this is me facing that fear, jumping into the water, and men coming all around me to make sure that I do not drown. And they were bringing that tube for me to bring me back. I was shaking after this, but I was so damn proud of myself for doing it. And here is where, after I came back from Colombia and those gifts activated, my ancestors told me that I needed to start utilizing my gifts. In the art of me utilizing it, they were going to teach me about my gifts, teach me how I do ancestral healing work on women. So this is me just preparing the space and getting my own vessel and body ready to purge and transmute energy for another woman. I always have a altar going. So this is the altar that I was setting up. And I also have a bowl of water that will collect any of the energy that does not belong to the women in a bowl. And then we give that back to the earth to alchemize and transmute. And this is me using my hands-on healing gifts, my folk magic healing gifts, my ancestral purging healing work on a woman who came to me. And this is also where I learned that I am deeply intuitive. I learned things about her that she did not reveal, that I knew about her, and I reported it back to her, and she told me I was correct. She had never told anyone what I revealed to her. And I had another client come through, also received information about her life and about what she was going through that she had not revealed to me. Reflected back to her, and she also confirmed that I was accurate in that assessment. So you see me using various different tools here, using my anointing oils to pull energy out of her, to do the ancestral healing work, and to align her body. She was in that shaking that you saw. That was her purging shit out of her, expressing shit that needed to be expressed out of her. And then just me holding her tenderly at the end here. And of course, spending so much time with my beautiful family. It's my daughter, who is now 5 years old, Adelina, and my incredible husband, Elvis. Spending so much time with them this year, healing my relationship with motherhood, being the mother that I wish I would have had growing up, healing wounds and things in my marriage, just really, really loving up on my family, who keeps me grounded as I do this really deep work with women. Of course, I've been teaching Adelina and bringing her to ceremonies as well. So much has changed in my life. I am not the same woman I was 3 years ago. And there's just been so much. And something really exciting is happening, including the fact that I'm putting on my first ever spiritual retreat that's called Mujer Bruja. It's happening next year, November 2nd through the 8th in Guatemala, with 2 of my friends. And we are helping women to invoke the witch within. It's all about healing the witch wound and learning all of the practices that our grandmothers would have taught us had their practices not been demonized. So if you're into things like spiritual baths, candle magic, healing with herbs, doing energy healing on yourself, and you want to learn how to use those different practices to activate your power so that you can become whoever it is that you want, then you want to come to the retreat.